Alright, let's begin work. So, where are all the cutoff points here? There's quite a few. Alright. But it shouldn't be too bad. Otherwise, it's just building all the garrisons that I want for this scenario. But it shouldn't be too bad. At least I think. Which means I can get rid of this position, actually. And we can move on to other ones. So it's just a matter of getting everything down that I want. But I also want to look into... How many can you hold? Are you a vehicle thing or are you an infantry thing? Because that is the real question. Okay, it can hold enough. Cool. Okay, with that done, now we just have to pretty much build the garrisons. Shouldn't be too bad there. Alright. Are these enterable?
Send in Goat Team 6 now.
Easy peasy. Birthday was good. So I know that my birthday itself, had some fun with some friends who are I haven't seen in quite a few years. I know the actual birthday party is going to be this Saturday. So I'll probably be doing some birthday streaming between now and then and maybe a little bit after just to do some certain things that I want. But, just keeping everything ambiguous. Simply because I just have so many other things I have to juggle with everything else, But Killer Bug, thanks for the sub, man. I hope you keep enjoying the operations. I do hope you get a nice kick out of this dev scenario. So, we're just going to pretty much do some dev work today, and then we're going to have POG tonight, and then TMTM. OFCRA is still going to be a thing, but, we're just going to see what happens today with everything considered. So I'm just doing some internal garrison work at the moment to build the AOs I want to build for POG tonight. And we'll go from there. I just want to have a day where I do some, dedicated mission dev. I do have to be somewhere in 2 hours and 15 minutes. It's the final date I have for some tax stuff, which I'll also admit I'm not really looking forward to, but the possible good news here is I'm going to be like 1 or 2K under what I thought I would have owed, which means I might be able to actually get the new computer a little earlier than I thought, especially if over the next few days the RTX 390 continues to keep at MSRP and in stock, which it looks like it might. So I have to kind of sit on my hands here as I wait for these other results to come out, but if they come out and it looks good, then I should be okay for the most part. But we'll see where that all goes. A few other things have to fall in place before I can even consider it, other than I have started looking at a PC part picker list just to see where the dice are going to fall, what numbers do I need to maintain, and yada-da, but might be something interesting. Maybe something to try to recoup for a pay for pain, but it also depends on the conversation I have today with a tax provider, or a tax, tax accountant. So, just fun little things. I'm just building this garrison here. Hey, Liru, do you think you'd be doing any more Halo Flood missions? Yes. Okay, so Killer, I have had these new flood models for about, I want to say 3 weeks now. I just have not had the time to do anything with them because other things cause other things to get pushed back. And then I have to, you know, bundle in with a few other things. It's just been a gigantic pain in the butt. But yes, it is going to be sometime this month. We're going to have at least one flood mission, preferably two. And then Web Knight also released a new zombie mod, which uses the Devouring Infection framework, but it's also completely rescripted, completely redone with custom animations and whatnot. So it's going to be a lot better than, you know, the now ancient, by comparison, Ryan Zombies and Demon stuff. So there's a lot I need to sink my teeth into. I would say, in all honesty, like 2 or 3 months worth of ops and content on top of everything else I need to start working on. Is anyone working on Star Trek mods? I wish. Oh my god, that is, I think, one of only a very, very select few of things that if it were to ever come out, I would literally drop what I was doing and immediately start working on that. But no, as far as I know, it's that's not the case. You know, unfortunately. So I'm just making some light garrisons here. The POG up today is going to be really funny because it's completely an off-course operation based off of what happened last week. If you remember what happened last week, they blasted off again into a Russian boat, and now they're going to spawn here in the middle of I don't even know what country. I'm just going to claim it's some country we don't know, and we're just trying to get away at this point because we're not supposed to be here, gentlemen. And they're kind of angry we just crashed into a church. Then, depending on what vehicle they pick, there will either be another fill-in mission or we'll get back into the mission I wanted to do after the previous one and go from there. So we're getting all these garrisons sorted. But yeah, we there's a few Halo ops coming out for flood stuff, but I think after that I'm not gonna touch op tray stuff for a little while because you know, we did just conclude a UNSC like 5-mission mini campaign, so there's other things I need to do before I get into any of that again, you know? But I think my main plan is continue my current campaign. So Monday we're going to be getting into the new, you know, Vietnam era style campaign. Tuesday it's going to be side ops, which again, you know, flood stuff, all this other stuff I've been meaning to get into. I have to rerun the Furries versus Black Templar thing because I got interrupted due to an IRL thing, which thank you to the people that asked. It's fine. It's taken care of. Hopefully I won't have something like that happen for another 1.5 years, which seems to be the average of when I have to actually stop a stream and go take care of something. But, you know, that's IRL stuff I can't really control. And then, you know, bi-weekly Wednesdays, I either have something in TSB or I have something in the 506, the Zeus. 506 will be keeping up with New Horizons. That'll probably be going for another, like, 2 or 3 months, all things considered. We are back on track, though, for where we need to be main plot-wise, so that's a good thing. It's a good sign. And then where we go from there, what I'm thinking is after we finish the second act, there's 3 acts, we're in Act 2 right now, I might do a mini campaign with them just to do realism to take a break, and also finalize what I need to do for Act 3, because I've already had to rewrite Act 3 twice, and we only just started Act 2 just based off of the actions that they've done so far. So I'm like, screw it. I'd rather, you know, just let it play as is, and then anything that happens that's noteworthy, I'll, you know, make a note of it, but then, you know, go back and rewrite that when everything's all said and done, because it's just taking me a little too long to constantly rewrite how Act 3 is going to go. Plus, I don't know what mods are going to update, what things are going to be brought in. I might add Web Knight's new zombie mod there, because there was something of that nature that was coming out. Mainly for the creatures, but there's, you know, some good shit in there that I could potentially use. So, just a lot of crazy, crazy stuff. for that. But otherwise, that's mainly it for Wednesdays, and then that's also just another day where I can do one-offs in TSB, should I choose to. Thursday, POG, I mean, I'm gonna literally assess and do this campaign on a week-by-week basis of, okay, what's the next mission? How did the previous mission go? What am I adjusting? So, you know, if something crazy happens, then we're just gonna go deal with the crazy first, and then, you know, go back in the main campaign. And I'm just gonna pretty much laissez-faire the entire thing, with literally the lowest difficulty settings I can think of. Because I can't get it. Like, so literally, like, every few months, they just have, like, 1 or 2 ops where they absolutely fall apart, and I'm like, why? Like, what happened? Why is this happening, guys? So I'm just gonna work with that as is, you know, just go from there. I'm trying to give them, you know, everything I can, benefits of the doubt, yada-da, but good God. A Zeus is only as good as his player base, in my opinion, when it comes to actually creating content that's enjoyable on YouTube, and I have to do my best to cater, but at the same time, like, good golly gee willikers. I was not expecting what happened last week to happen, but hey, you know, it's gonna create a funny haha, like, alright, this happened. We need to go address this now. I'm also gonna make sure that I tell them in the future, like, hey, you know, anything I promise, it will eventually happen, but if you completely derail the objective of the campaign, we're gonna have to take care of that derailment before we can continue on with what I said. So I want to say there's one or two missions that are going to happen. This is the first one. Depending on how they escape, we might go right back into the new, you know, the main storyline I have planned, where they'll get a boat with the 223mm guns, or they might have to escape again because they think it's a smart idea to take a certain vehicle and try to escape with, even though it's a really bad idea, but that's okay. We'll make it work. Or we won't. I honestly don't know, because I'm done trying to, like, plan what they do, because it's clearly gone. I don't know what's gonna happen. It's just one of those, okay, we'll just see how it all goes. I don't know anymore, guys. Whatever. So we've got that. Friday will be Friday night fights. I'm gonna be honest, I don't know what I'm gonna do with FNF right now. Simply because the channel is on a now 4-month front log. And I know I'm going to be taking... actually, no. No, I don't even know that. I'm having some issues with some of their stat sheets. There is an upgrade I want to do for Friday Night Fights, but at the same time, I don't know if it's worth it, because some of the admins treat me like shit. So... I don't know. I basically have that on the fence right now. I have a lot of cool ideas for it, but I have it all on the fence pending a new computer and where my priorities are going to fall. But I really do want to take what I saw in ESM and do it in Friday Night Fights, or maybe even OFCRA. It's really going to depend on just how it all plays out. You know what I mean? Have I ever tried modding? Is it user-friendly? No. You have... That's a bad way for me to put it. Really, you have to learn a lot. There's a lot for you have to learn and manipulate, depending on what you want to mod. So, like, making custom unit infantry textures is completely different from making custom vehicle textures. There's a few things that overlap, but they're two very different beasts. Making custom weaponry and dealing with all the configs of that for infantry used guns compared to vehicles, very different. Making static props, very different. Making custom maps, very different. It's a lot. I would say if you were to learn everything there was to Zeusing, modding would be like 10 times that knowledge in terms of what you have to learn. It's very demanding, and it's something that very few people have learned, but those very few people have truly mastered that. That's why Web Knight's able to come out with so much stuff, because he's understood and been able to, like, you know, learn all of that. Now he's developing some really great stuff for this game. Icebreaker, one of the old kings of map development, he learned a lot, and now he's making a lot. Night of Izzard's been one of the newer ones who's been learning a lot and making a lot. GOS Manco, I forget his name, but, you know, the guy that made all the GOS maps. Learned a lot, made a lot. Once you master it, you're like a Zeus intermission making, you're limited by your own imagination, but it's going to take you a long while and a lot of failed attempts to master it. Absolutely. Suicide goats. So we only see stuff like that at least once a month, or at most once a month is a better way to put it, because I don't know if I'm doing pay for pain this month, to be perfectly honest, but in pay for pains, we only do that type of stuff. So if we do a pay for pain, it's probably going to be on the 30th of this month, but even then I might just skip it to focus on other stuff. But again, it's all just depending on what I have the time for, because there's other things I really want to work on that I've been putting off, and there's a lot of other stuff I have to do, and a lot of things, how do I put it? Something that came to mind recently, because I was having a conversation with another YouTuber, and a few of his, like, higher-up people that, you know, used to be his fans that, you know, he incorporated early on into his, you know, posse, similar to what I did. But, you know, he's someone that releases twice a week, he has a bigger following than me, by about a factor of 3, and he's been doing it for, I want to say, 3 years. And he does focus more on Battlefield content. And we basically were just comparing schedules, and I've realized the whole reason that I'm not going to be able... Actually, we're not going to have 250 cows right here. Hold on, let me look at this real quick. A lot of medical personnel, definitely, but... Yeah, but I am... Compared to him, I am at a complete disadvantage, because his schedule is, he literally gets on, he streams everything he records in Battlefield, and then he does that for maybe like 3 hours a day, if he chooses to, at least three to 5 times a week, maybe 6 or 7 if he's feeling it, but at least he does it 3 times a week. He then goes through that footage, cuts out good parts in Windows Movie Maker, and then he puts those parts into Sony Vegas. Actually, no, he used Adobe Premiere, my bad. He puts it in Adobe Premiere, and then he spends 1 or 2 days a week, like 6 hours, just editing that footage. And then he's like, well, how do you do it? And I'm like, okay, well, I have to spend like 2 to 5 hours per op to develop the operation. And then he immediately stopped me and was like, what do you mean? I'm like, okay, so you play Battlefield, so you literally just go on the server and start recording. I have to get into an editor and make the mission, which takes me like 2 to 5 hours, and it's just like general mission development that, you know, only a niche percentage of my viewers are interested in. He's like, what? So, bottom line is, he's doing literally like a fourth of the work I am. But that's why he has the time for everything. And then he also has a healthy chunk of time to look into other things he might want to do, expanding into other things, whereas I have to find that time somewhere. So it's a matter of comparing me to other YouTubers or Twitch streamers. It's literally, we're all fruit, but, you know, apples, oranges, grapefruit, we're all vastly different in terms of properties, other than we're all, you know, one overarching subclass. So the generic streamer or YouTuber is much more comparable, but for what I do, it's not. It's not at all. And that was really eye-opening, because I used to do a lot of comparisons to myself and just other people that were doing stuff, and I would get a little annoyed with growth rates and whatnot. Back when I was trying to grow up to potentially where I am now to live off of all of this, but holy crap, like, I wish I could optimize what I did to be better, but at the same time, there's not really any way I can do it, other than I would have to literally sacrifice some of my Arma content to then focus more on DayZ or something else that I knew would bring me a good amount of money, like the DayZ audio jump scare stuff. I could double down on that, cut into some of the Arma stuff, maybe not do an op or 2 a week on top of, so, you know, bring it down from like 7 to 10 to maybe like 5 to 7. But literally per Arma op, I calculated this, on average, from me having to make the op, run the op, deal with anything after the op, and then cut the footage and release it, it literally takes me about 12 hours for one video. And granted, I can, get I could get potentially, about I think what I calculated, like 2.3 videos on average per that 12-hour chunk I make. But, compared to other people, it's it's much a higher ratio of the amount of work I have to put in to make that type of content to do that. And I'm like, Jesus Christ, like, okay. Because I'm really trying to look into how can I optimize what I do just to make it easier on myself, and the answer is not much. Like, I'd have to literally switch games to do anything, but then, I lose I'm not an Arma streamer anymore. I'd be doing other shit, so I'm pretty much stuck with what I have until I decided to start slowly diversifying elsewhere. But when you start doing that, you also start losing your original audience, because your original audience is here for XYZ. So now it's just a factor of, okay, how many people are here for that? How many people are here for me? If I were to start doing other stuff, which granted, this is me just talking. Like, this isn't me making any plans. This was just me gathering data. But, like, what can I do? And, how much would I retain if I do X, Y, and Z? And then how long would it take for me to get all that back? To be at a level that I need to continue to live off of all of this. And that's all the risk and the reward and blah, blah, blah. But that's what I was doing the past 2 days, was just kind of like digging through analytics, talking with other people, seeing the haps of everything going on, and trying to get anything meaningful from just chatting with people and trying to figure all this stuff out. But yeah, if anything, it means I'm going to be with Arma pretty much till I die, or this channel dies. Yeah, that's really it, guys. I just find it all really funny. All right. But yeah, sorry for that tangent. I was just, that was just one of the things I've been working on. Then, had some birthday celebrations yesterday. The parties, though, are going to be this Saturday. And then I need to message everyone that's part of the MCO framework to say I'm on a little bit of a hiatus due to the fact that my own personal schedule is just way too clogged to do anything in April. So I'm going to push it all to May. We're going to rerun the previous MCO because we figured out the issue with it. I might change it up a little bit, but we'll just get slotting redone for that. And then we'll work on a tank-only MCO, and then the next MCO on top of that. And then Checkpoint RP, I've already fully addressed everything there. We'll get back into a rotation for something like that. Alright, anywhere else military that I can set stuff up on? Because I don't want to completely, like, overly fortify everything, because, I don't know if they're even going to go in this direction. But it is something to, prepare, just in case. Just in case. And we need to do a quick boot test just to make sure I have everything set proper, and then write their mission brief while I'm booting the other file I want to work on for the new campaign. And things should be a-okay. So let's go ahead and do a quick play test here and just edit things as they come up. Okay, right off the bat, multiplayer settings need to be set. It's a dev stream. I thought these happened at 3 a.m. They happen usually in the mornings because I don't have the time in the day to deal with them, but sometimes I get the time in the day to deal with them, so I can then work on them accordingly. They happen when they need to happen. When I can fit them, essentially. Alright, Zeus thing there. Save loadout needs to be checked out. Dynamic kits. While I'm in here, let me tab out. I gotta tab in the mission settings through a few different documents. Where can I get those? Okay, this might actually take me a second because I do need to check on a few things. Make sure I don't override the mission SQM, because otherwise everything breaks, and you pretty much undo all the work you did. One second. weird. I thought I heard a weird, like, pop noise, but the computer's still on, so that's fine. All right, come on. Init player local versus init server. Init server needs to have a few things changed. Number one, it needs this added to here. Number two, for init server, we can get rid of these 2 lines of code here, but we need the script that recounts all the infantry so that they can be lootable in the field. And that should be good. That continues on with the tracer script and whatnot. I noticed throughout some of my previous videos, because someone pointed out my tracer script broke. And the reason was because when we transferred everything from just standard init.sqfs, which these are the files you run with a mission to load additional scripts and stuff on the side, it just didn't... It wasn't initializing properly because the init.sqf, that's an Arma 2 way to do it. You can still do it in Arma 3, but it's obsolete because they built further on how you can separate things to run for the server and player clients. So...
Send in Goat Team 6.
Turns out I had it in the position that it wasn't initializing properly, so I'm like, oh, okay, I'm just a dum-dum. But it should be fixed now, and we'll do a quick test of that, but... Yeah, all the fun in scripting. And I didn't notice it because I was too busy, like, you know, doing 20 different things. All right, my Zeus client isn't there. Let's go ahead and fix that. Mers, thank you so much for gifting a sub to Call Me Ham. I hope you both keep enjoying the operations. I do hope you get a nice kick out of this scenario. So Killbug, I also do have someone working on a script to make goats into, like, playable units. Just TBA on that. We'll see how things go. Ezio... We're going to see what happens with OFCRA today, simply because, DM me, I'll tell you about it. I'm not leaving you. It's a matter of, just other shit that happened. But I'm not leaving. No, I'm not leaving OFCRA. We're just looking at some stuff. That's the best way I can put it, in all honesty. Okay, got sidetracked. Game... Master, alright. I'm gonna put that there. I need my document. I have a personal document that has a bunch of scripts in my Arma 3 UID. So I can execute things if I need to on the fly, like fixing the unit cap. Yeah, right, Omers. Alright, that should fix that one issue. And they've got all their stuff listed there. I'm going to check those units too because I don't trust the templates anymore. I've always found Homeworld Tutorial to be a good song to play while you do mission dev. It just gives you that little sense of curiosity and wonder that works with everything quite well. Yeah. That looks good. Zeus is initialized properly. They don't have the option that adds everything automatically to my interface, because of course they don't. So let's go ahead and fix that. That is under settings, add-ons. They're doing everything server side, because of course they are.
Send in Goat Team 6 now.
Armor plate system. Oh. Oh. Interesting. I'm gonna ping Patch about that. 1 second. "20 people just pinged me. Holy crap. Hey, comma, I noticed you're using the armor plates mod, comma. Do you need me to put a box down with armor plates for you guys? Question mark. I really like the armor plate system. That's a mod I only recently found out about from an operation done in the Scion conflict group, but really, really cool in my opinion. Gives you basically a shield, for lack of a better term, and you replenish it with armor plates. But Anyway, Ezio, thanks so much for the 9-month resub. You know about the problem? Yeah, righto, man. Hope CRA goes well tonight. Thanks so much for the 9-month resub, and I hope you get a nice kick out of this little bit of mission dev before you start. Let's see. Asus, wind deflection, volume, view distance limiter. It is Asus. I am literally blind. Add objects to curator. That's what we want. Let's try the next one. What's the new campaign for Monday? We'll get into it. It's Vietnam era, but in Argentina. Do I use speech to text? Yes, it helps me write things a lot quicker. I just have to glance over it, and it'll all be a-okay. So, no mass just sent me a document. All right, for his new project. There we go. I also need to check that one position. I think that's just an industrial area. I don't think that's a military base, but I could be wrong.
Let's give him a warm welcome, shall we?
Yeah, there's a bunch of stuff all tucked away in here. So that adds me to the interface. So this is a military base. Okay. And this is also a wow, I picked like the dumbest AO. That's funny. That's actually really funny. Okay, well, gonna have to go deal with that in a second. Just gonna say, hey, like, AO is literally immediately active, so please don't do anything stupid. I'll put them on garrisons here, but let me verify that my scripts are working. So if I put like 20 dudes here, there it is. All right, so tracers are working again. Yeah. I'm gonna have to fix that too. I don't want them... I always do it as a personal thing. I don't like my AI going into unconscious modes because they get really glitchy on statics. So I usually set them to insta-deaths. Let's go ahead, go back to add-ons here. That would be under Ace Medical. Also, I've completely changed the settings. AI unconscious, where are you? That's it. Okay, we're gonna take that away. Cool. Okay. I really need patch. I mean, I could just put a box down with armor plates at the very least, so it's not the biggest issue, but I would prefer some actual confirmation, but that's a-okay. So we're gonna be using something a little more basic here. We'll go from there. Why is what a problem? The bases? Because they're going to be right next to a based position, so I need to fortify it accordingly, but I'm going to make it a very simple level of fortification here. And then this is just... I'm going to make sure there's no static AI, but we're going to have to get that all set up as well. With people that are going to be providing a little more of a challenge. Excuse me. Two marksmen per corner. Freaking referencing issue. Yeah, that's not going to be a problem there. And then we don't have anything right there. All right, cool. So let's go ahead. I mean, this is all technically optional as well, but knowing how these guys really like to get stuck in firefights, yeah. Dedicated AT. I'm going to put some dedicated AA guys down as well, mainly for the potential of being looted. And then I just need a bunch of riflemen. Now, another quick thing before I forget, because I already forgot, and now I just remembered, is... where is it? Ah! Yeah, but those are in generics. I mean... we can take the aiming skill. What do you mean the lowest I can put it is 20%? Oh, you hate me. And then that's not even going to be set anyway, because it's not set to be enabled. So, I thought there was something in general skill that also affected that, but that just might be pre-writing anything under an init file that you can make right here. Yeah, I think that's going to be all. Alright, well, I tried. So we did something with Scion Conflict Mod a few weeks ago. It was for free. Anyone could have joined. As far as I'm aware, for the EULA, almost all mods on Arma 3 are for free, at least ones that you can publicly find. Naturally, I can't tell you anything about any mods that are gated off. I mean, some Russian mods do that, for example, but you're not going to find them on Steam. But anything you find on the Steam Workshop is generally going to be free of use or free of charge, whatever. Generally. And if not, then usually there's a channel in the Arma 3 official Discord for IP rights violation that'll always go up in arms about it, which is always fun to lurk in and read, in my opinion. Alright, that should be set for that Garrison. We're going to tie it to the one officer dude right there, give it its perms, attributes, standing path. And then these guys, I'm just going to branch together their attributes, standing, and path. Alright, let's hit the play button again and see what issues we might immediately run into in a bit of a test interface here. So basically, what's happened is nothing like insurgents versus whatever. I should add a, let me add a marker real quick. I'll mark the military positions. I don't trust them to actually figure that out. No offense to them. If you remember last Thursday, they took a boat and they just tried to arma one boat with another, and the boat they were driving in decided to fly literally 50 or 60 kilometers away. So I'm saying it crash landed in some other country on top of a church, and it's Sunday, even though it's technically Thursday on the off day, but you get my point. It was for a Thursday mass. So now they're gonna have to, fight to find another vehicle to escape, essentially. Yeah, there's another military position down there. I'm gonna cut this off because there's only two ways they can escape. Yeah, the boat space program, exactly. Rank for AI skill, I don't know if it actually does anything. I've never touched that feature. I've done it maybe for a few very small cosmetic things here and there, but I've only treated it as a cosmetic choice. Why is this still here? What the hell? Hold on. That would be set terrain to 50. But that would have to be an init player local. That is an init player local. Is this not saved? Is it one of those things where it's initializing, but because it's init player local? No, it should be initializing as an MP instance. That, or it's just a limitation of that. Huh. Unless they have something that's actually interfering with it. Let me check the map again. The POG group. Yes, my little POG champs, as I like to call them. The POGers, people. Ugh. What a weird way to word everything. But yeah, no, I have something that cuts grass because I found out that cutting grass actually, you know, not only helps with bitrate stuff, but it helps with the ops performance. Either way. All right, here, shoot me. Come on. What's the damage like? Hit me. It's a low caliber round, minor. Okay, yeah, no, that's good. Now, if I turn the corner literally with a 45. I must be having some bullet drop there, huh? By the way, yeah, no, 45 will kill the guy. That's fine. But yeah, oh yeah, I also added a little rope that they, you know, got out of that position, climbed out of, and, you know, got down on. I could, I guess, change it to the door, but it's small details, small details. But yeah, op is not that difficult. All you gotta do is, get out of here. Nice and easy. Real quick, if I check my own medical settings, what am I set as? Yeah, we're all set to medics, so that doesn't matter. Everything else should be A-okay. Did any of my garrisons on Garrison? No, 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 no. You don't always trust the map, because sometimes the map lies to you, and no, okay. Neither of those on Garrisoned. Okay, cool. Yeah, it should all be set. And there's a little game of you gotta look around and find medical crates that you know are gonna be issues. Can I surgical kit myself? Let's test that real quick, knowing these guys. What ways are to escape? There's helicopters, boats, or planes. Depending on which one they choose, we'll either go right to the next mission, or... yeah. Do they not have self-stitch on? Or did I screw something up? Hold up. Medical... Nope, that has to be set to and reopen, that's why. Okay, cool. 1 second. So attributes, multiplayer, no, that would be under add-on options, medical. Because they want reopen wounds. I'm like, all right. Now, let me actually check the poll real quick. But it looked like people wanted reopen wounds. Because they put stitch kits in their kits, and I'm like, okay, the only reason you do that is if you wanted wound reopening. Alright, there's their Discord, bulletin board. Yeah, so 14-1 for splints, so they do want splints once they're deployed. 12-3 for reopen wounds. So, cool. But I did tell them I'm, let's see, add-on... yeah. Coefficient for controlling wound reopen chance. The final reopening chance is determined by multiplying this value with the specific reopen chance of the wound type and the bandage used. So if you multiply 4 by 0.25, you get 16. Right? No. Wait a second. by multiplying the value with the specific wound reopen chance. So if you put it as a fraction, that's what you'd want. Oh my god, now I can't do my freaking math. Basically, it makes it less by, yeah, so the final reopen chance is on a percentile. So yes, okay, no, doing that is what you want to do. All right, and then I also edited their medical timers for certain things. I basically have made this as easy as I can possibly think of in terms of medical stats and whatnot. But we'll see how that goes. I'm sure they'll find a way to still screw it up if they're in that type of, mood. I've been seeing a lot of Arma players get into DCS. I'm going to be honest, though, I'm not a pilot. I don't really care for flying. I wouldn't mind making a flying scenario, but DCS doesn't really have a way for you to, mission maker Zeus that setup, so I, therefore, don't have any interest. Yeah, no, I think this is all good. I'm just going to do some minor changes here. No fog in the forecast, no rain, no lightning. Yeah, that's all good. Multiplayer settings are all A-okay. Do I have a respawn point down? It's set to leading side. No, it needs to be independent. Yep, good thing I tested. How are they going to get reinserts in? That's a very good question. We're going to need... Let's get a civilian truck. And we'll use that as the respawn vehicle. Operate that locally, only do that stuff. Now the question is, can that drive straight out? We'll test that in a second, but... I think I hit an extra thing. Yep, okay. We'll sync that over to this vehicle, and then because I'm so freaking nice... Even though everyone finds a way to blow up vehicles I set to invincible, I will still try anyway. Disable the damage. And then I need to now jump in and test if I can drive that vehicle out immediately. And then test general respawns. Buy the F-14 and be your co-pilot? Maybe. Like I said, there's a lot of other stuff I need to work on first. Yeah, just literally drive it straight is all you need to do. I feel like they're still gonna screw that up, but you know what? Bro, that's rude. Stop it. Yeah, in hindsight, maybe having a handgun's not the best idea, but that's the perfect way to test respawns. Excellent. That'll all work out. Do I want to add any smoke effects? Yeah, we'll add some smoke effects. Screw it. Add one to the top of the craft. Just a little bit of icing on the cake, Right there. What the fuck? That is not what I aligned you to do. Alright, you know what? That's a smoke grenade, Liru. You need a smoke effect. Oh, you brainless little... So this does not align properly to what you want. Yeah, all right, perfect. Let's hit play one more time and just look at that on a visual standpoint. Finally fixed the loadout being deleted on respawn. Neko, thank you for letting me know. I was not aware that that was an issue. I know exactly how to fix that. Why did they turn that on? That's a really... where's Ace respawn? So we don't want this, because that restores anything that you picked up. No, we just want that. This. This restores the original loadout. So if that got disabled, that means someone was booting this without 3D enhanced and pushing the thing through. So, like, yeah, when you pick up your gear, get given something, when you die, it goes back to the stock set slot gear. But isn't that the point, though? How are these kits done? They're all handguns. I see. If that's the case, because he doesn't have direct dedicated kits to it, then yes, it does need to be... That needs to be checked off, because he set everyone to have only handguns. So that means whatever they die with, they now actually need to have, because he didn't... Oh. Why are you all making this so freaking complicated? You know what? Fuck it. I just need to, Alright, and then he does want plates. Okay, cool. So I need to give myself an arsenal real quick, just to, here. You are now an arsenal. Do not resist. I said do not resist! Ron Arsenal. Do not resist. So that would be... ceramic plates, okay. And then... yeah. Cool, and then you can put up to 3 in there. Bro, did you just tank a freaking headshot from a pistol? Amazing. God, I knew Liru had a thick freaking face, but god damn. No wonder everyone hates him. Alright. Cargo box. Cargo box time. We need to add, like, I don't know, 100 ceramic plates. Let's do 87. Let's just do 87. Yep, that'll be perfect. Let's see. Equipment storage. Clear that out. We can give them barbecue shapes instead. I think that would be a great compromise. Where are we in this interface, Liru? You can literally just do Control-Shift-I and use the advanced interface instead, where you can actually, like, search up what you need. Goober. Okay, 120. Screw it. I just literally held my finger down on it until it decided not to hold anymore. I'm going to put that right behind because I feel like they're going to want more ceramic plates, but... Alright, that's that. Only face. Like I'd show you guys my face. All you're going to get is some frickin' Irish Mexican with a beard. No one wants to see that. Alright, I mean, that should be it. Like, what else do we have here in terms of add-on options? I mean, what does Ace Overheat look like? That's on. Oh! Oh, God, that's on. Oh, you put it on default? What is wrong with you? Holy shit! Oh. Oh, God. Oh. Oh. No. Veto. Because I didn't see any spare barrels or water in any of these boxes, so there's nothing there to cool weapons down, so I veto. I veto. The admins of the community can yell at me later, but I'm going to tell them, okay, well then put something down so I can actually cool down their freaking weapons. Veto. Veto. Oh yeah, the Control-Shift-I interface is great for making shit. What else? What else ungodly thing did I miss? Oh, please. Okay, no, they don't have stamina. Thank God that's disabled, because that would have been scuffed. 7 ways to freaking Sunday. The hell is AIME? That's a new mod. I'm gonna keep it all default. Whatever happens, happens. You got Cup. No, don't say that, Neko. What do they do to advanced ballistics? It's off. Don't worry about it. You can't screw it up if it's off. Why do we have an FK mod? What? FK's a community out there. I don't know why. Whatever. No, I don't like the Zeus enhanced one that does it. I prefer the Ace one. We have a UH60 mod. Why? Free World Armory. Oh, God. That's gonna murder people's frame rates. Okay. Okay. You know what? Sure. Buff that up to 3. Yeah, no. Thickness. Interesting. This is probably how I'm going to deal with, all this other stuff. Yeah. Alright, cool. That's it for that. That's getting sent in. Let me go ahead and get that all squared away. Alright, so I have to get the mission files sent, all this other stuff. You know what, let me give you guys something to deal with. And I'll also boot up the, next bit of mission dev while we wait. So let's go ahead. Just one more time. Okay. Let's kill Arma 3. And then we're switching to another set of mission dev. This is going to be for Monday. What was it, Santa? Yeah, Senegasta. With Prairie Fire. Alright, cool. Let's boot that up. And then while that boots, I'm going to go ahead and get this sent over to the people that need it. So we're going to go ahead and get to the POG community. Where are they? I need to really group the discords because I'm in way too many servers at this point. So let's go ahead and hand it over into mission file. Get that sent over. Once I'm just writing up their note. Cool. All right, that's been announced. Now we can go ahead and work on the next batch of mission. All right, Arma capture. Why aren't you capturing? I guess I also need to change the commands here because this is a different map. And we just need to wait for Arma to now load. All right, cool. All right, so we left this at, we were mostly done with the German kits. We still need to make the rest of the Soviet kits, and then we need to make all the US kits, and then I need to actually plan out the campaign. Import ace settings, all that junk. So let's keep doing that. Oh, Colonel, I'm trying to sneak around, but but my plates are dummy thick, and the slap of my plates against my ass cheeks is alerting all the Colombians. Is that what you wanted? Is that what you wanted, Vidrich? Because there you go. You have it now. I don't know what you're going to do with that information, but, you know, good luck. Sonacosta! Clip saved? Excellent. All right, let's go ahead and work on Russian stuff. This time around, I'm actually going to immediately deploy what I want to work on for them. So we're going to have MiGs. I'm going to have... good range of tanks here. The OT is the flamethrower tank. Got some howitzers in place, some 82mm mortars. Yep. Okay. Didn't we have... I could have sworn we had MI-17s and shit. But I guess those got removed, which is a shame. That means we only have those to work with. But it can still be done. Let's see. Where are my quad turrets? No, 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 no. Come on, where are my quad turrets? Unless it's going to be under something else, but... Would it be under, Yeah, anti-aircraft. Alright, there we go. Then we also have those, naval gun batteries as well. We'll see what the use will be in that regard. Shame we don't have the MIs, but yeah, whatever. You do have some divisional guns back there as well, but okay. Vehicle and static templating, I think that'll be good. So now we have to work on what all these dudes are gonna look like. So for you, I need like a fancy piece of hat or something that makes you look like a Soviet commander. So what do I have? Definitely not worst comes to worst, I'll use the CSAT hat, but I mean that. Do I have anything else with like a star on it? Because that is probably again gonna be my best bet. You know what I mean? In terms of for officer stuff. But what am I building right now? I am making a campaign to start running in TSB on Mondays, which is basically the Vietnam War era. But what if, post-World War II, a big chunk of Nazis escaped to Argentina and were slowly rebuilding themselves? Soviet made first contact with them and offered to set them up as a nation-state as long as they were they worked with the Soviets. So they agreed, and now the Soviets for the past either 5 or 10 years, still haven't written that part of the story yet, have been building up Argentina under this state. U.S. Special Forces, I guess CIA for the time period, have figured this out and are at first going to send in SOG teams to try to figure out what's going on. And that's the campaign. Eventually there will be a U.S. invasion, and all this other crazy stuff's going to happen, but in a way that won't result in a nuclear war, because other stuff's going to happen too. And I don't want to spoil anything beyond that. Okay. So now what am I going to need? Based off of your weaponry, we're going to have AKMs here. So how do I want to build this? You had a Star Wars op and a Warhammer op in VR? What does that even mean, Zero Fox? That actually sounds kind of dope. Alright, how do I want to build these kits? I need an AK. We'll do an AKMS, actually. mean, these are US vests, but they could work well on the Soviets here. In all honesty. Yeah, screw it, we're gonna do that. Okay, so I need to build these based off of... everything there. So let's go ahead. For those, we're gonna need all of them to have backpacks. Yeah, that'll work. Okay. So with that... how'd that jet cockpit open up? Alright, Arma's haunted. Don't worry about it. That's all I'm gonna say. Don't worry about it. Just, it's haunted. Come on, what would be a good... I need like a PM or something. Alright, cool. I guess for the moment, I don't need to build it where I need to build it at the moment, but, you know, it is something to think about going forward. That's fine, I can just remake them later. So RGDs... I don't think I have anything sooner. Yeah, it would be the RGG5. Cool. Alright, squad leader, this is simple. I need a Soviet hat. Because they didn't really do pith helmets. It was the SH. Yeah, no. So it's gonna hopefully be in the Unsun mod. If not, I gotta see what else I can dig up. Worst comes to worst, I will use pith helmets, but I don't want to do that. Those are what we're using for the German helmets. Those are vehicle helmets. Yeah, the SSH-40, which is a little outdated at this point, but it's gonna have to do. So let me get that applied to everyone. Cool. And now it's gonna pretty much be an AKM. They didn't have a GP25 system yet. That was reverse engineered later, so we're good on that. And then we're gonna do that jacket, just without any American stuff. Soviet flak jackets, who would have thought? We're organizing groups for both and go to a PvP world. We do deathcore. So, what game is that in, Zero Fox? Because that sounds dope. That does sound dope. Where can I sign up? We could also technically do the field telephones here. But I don't really want to do that just yet. We do have those field telephones as well, but again, radio communication, that's still one thing I'm trying to work out of how the hell am I going to do that in the campaign. Yeah, these all have a basic medical. All right, so officer, I can remake that later, but let's do 6 of that. Let's do 1 grenade. Leave it as that. Team leader. I'm gonna make the same kit. No team leaders right now. Marksman. Yeah, I'm honestly thinking we're just going to copy the same exact thing across everyone. I'm just going to change it as is. So, marksman, we're going to see what do I have in terms of, like... I don't think we have a Dragunov. Yeah, we don't, which I could have sworn we did at some point. But I guess the best thing we're going to have is an SKS then. Which is a little out of date, but it's just what I have to work with at that point, because it's going to be better than a Mosin. Working with limitations, baby. It's not really anything else I can work with here. Yeah, that'll be it. VR chat milsim. VR chat milsim. That could work. Huh. That could work. I don't ever knock anything till I try it personally, but it's like, all right. All right. Why not, you know? All right, auto rifleman, this is where I'm going to be able to get quite a few things in, because there's going to be like 3 different kits I'm going to make here. Let's see. Starting from the top. PK. RPD. Wherever the damn RPD is. That would be below. Yeah, RPD. We'll do 5 belts only. And then I'm going to do an AK with drum mags. Which, you know, I might change that later, but... Cool. All right, and then we have AT, which I think is just going to be a rifleman with AT rounds, in all honesty, like AT grenades, because they don't have any... No, whoa, what am I thinking? No. They, Oh my gosh, no, we have 2 different launchers we can work with here, the B40 and the B41. Yeah. I don't think there's anything else to really do. I mean, we do have the Strayer as well. But if I'm going to do that, I want to re-template something real quick. What was it? Yeah, and then we need... AA Specialist, that's it. Okay. gonna cut his ammo. And it's reloadable. Alright. Cool. Alright, rifleman, I mean, will just be as is, to be perfectly honest, and the medic is just gonna have additional medical stuff. So, let's go to his backpack. Lower the mag count a bit. Alright. And then the pilot, in all honesty, let's do this. No. Okay, let me try it this way then. Let's do an MI-2. Let's include a crewman in it. And then we pull the pilot out. What's he wearing? ZSH03. Alright, perfect. Work smarter, not harder. No AK. No backpack. Get rid of all that. 3 mags. Alright, that should have all that templated. Is there anything I missed in terms of weaponry? I guess the PPSH wouldn't be bad as like a squad lead, team lead, you know, submachine gun, but the AK is just superior in every way, so nah, let's not do that. Alright, last thing I'm gonna do, select all these guys. Identity. No voice, because you don't want your Russian-speaking Farsi and your German-speaking bad English, you know? That'll also be everything done. SCP-RP, that's on your own? Fair enough. Imagine boot camp in VR chat. You know, it's something I might want to jump into, but we'll see. I want to upgrade the computer first before I do anything like that. 1 second. Alright, with all that said and done, now I need to basically build the US kits here. Let's give this a quick save. So, I think right off the bat, the first thing that comes to mind is how do I want to build an SOG team for this scenario? Do I want to do the standard 3 groups of 4? Or do I want to build it a little better? Let's do a 15. Well, actually, what's the max I can put into a UH-1? If I had a slick with a pilot and co-pilot, all right, 4, 8, 12. That's the limit. Okay, so the limit would be 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. So 13 total. So a 12-man team would be the best call here. So if we're going to do that, then I want to model it off of that type of team. Okay, so I'm going to need In all honesty, let's go to Green Hell and just copy and paste that stuff over. Honestly, just on the matter of the VR milsim, as long as people are having fun and enjoying themselves, what's to hate? If you hate it, then it just means you don't really have anything better to do, you know what I mean? Alright. And that's another project I want to finish up this weekend, actually, and start running. What did I call it? Ah, GH. Okay. How many players? So it's going to be a mix of ops. The main missions on Monday are going to be very large scale, so I have to template things accordingly, but I'm going to basically be having some side missions done as well for the campaign itself. Which, you know, that actually does bring up an interesting question of if we're potentially planning for like 30 to 40, how am I going to make the first mission? I know how I'm going to do it, actually. Yeah, because we're making this into a campaign. All right, let me copy this over. Let me get those arsenals over. Let me get the spawn point over. Actually, hell, yeah, no, all this pre-template I've already built. Let's go ahead and get that over. All right, scenario, open. Back to the other thing. But if we're going to build it like that, that means I need... Interesting. All right, yeah. I'll need a custom PAA file then. But we'll take care of that later. It's 4:10. I have to be somewhere in an hour and 20 minutes. So actually, yeah, no, let me put that down and let me actually start world building for the first mission. So let me save a new template. Ooh, excuse me. Because, yeah, no. If I'm going to do it that way, that would actually be perfect then, because that would stop... Yeah. All right, no. Yeah. All right, cool. Because I have a way of how I want to do it in my head. I don't want to publicly talk about it, though, because I don't want to spoil anything for what I'm planning for the campaign itself. Because there's going to be a line of main ops and spec ops. Okay. Yeah, the difficult thing is helicopter control. I was really hoping we would have some MI8s, but I don't have that. Let me also look at something on the map real quick. I see. Okay, so this would then mean... it's one of the places running along the river. Okay. Okay, cool. So if that's the case, then things are going to come from that way, potentially. No, that makes perfect sense, actually. So, with that, what's the closest military base? Okay, yeah. Yeah, that can all work out. So I need to start transitioning this then. I'm keeping those, though. That is going to be for a plot point. But I will need some actual props here. So where is... what would it be? VN or something else? Oh, neat. More boats. Huh, cool. Alright, but no, that's not what I want to look at. I need... not Ace Compact Zog. Is it just under VN? No. No. Why am I so blind to this? There it is. Alright, we need to find some buildings to replace some of these other ones here. Cool. Alright, we can do some skipping here. We don't need any accessories here. Airport. Don't really need any of that either. Actually, yeah, we'll get back to that. Maybe. We'll see. Nothing bridge related. Nothing that related. Patty Dyke. No. No, for rice paddy, no. Nothing there. Army huts and stuff wouldn't be too bad for, like, barracks and shit. Some of the open, empty areas. Okay. I want them to be uniform, though, so let's go ahead, hit that. Cool. And sink that in nice and proper. This one we can stretch a little bit back here, and then this one we can stretch a little bit back here to give more room for that one position. Okay. Oh, that's really big. Yeah, that would work. Let's see. I do need a flag, though. We'll take care of that after. I need some kind of HQ building. Yeah. Okay. Breakpoint or Wildlands could give me ideas for future campaigns. I think I played Breakpoint a little bit. I did get some ideas, but ultimately nothing really reacted or happened for them. A radar site, like a really small one, would actually not be bad, like a mobile radar. It's just I don't really have a position to put that. Yeah, no, this will be like an objective type thing. Cool. I have some tents to potentially deploy. Cool. Ah, the tunnels. It's gonna be so fun. Yeah, don't need urban, don't really need village, don't really need PAVN. Though I will use some of it in future things, but not for this specific mission. Flags. I'm gonna want something that I can copy paste later. I'll put this down as a debug thing for now, but I'm gonna get that changed. All right, here we go. More fortifications. This is what I want. Where is an HQ style area? There we go. Just what's the range of the dug-in limitations here? Cool. All right, so something like that. I want to keep that as an open area. The cot we can actually put up here. No trenches. Yeah, I'm looking just for like a headquarters. You know what I mean? Like, that's what I'm kind of struggling with now. Don't need walls, don't need weapon accessories or racks. Okay, so that is... There's a very... I guess it might have been that one then that I was thinking of, but I'm looking for like an HQ piece, you know what I mean? I've done Red Dawn here and there. Actually, I haven't hosted them. I've always been a part of them, so I've just never really been in that part of it. I guess I could host one time, but they've been throughout TSB here and there by various Zeuses. So I've never thought to host one of my own. All right, I need a headquarters of some sort. So, let me just HQ, what comes up? The cargo buildings. Some cup stuff. You got a radar complex headquarters. But it's too big for this spot, So I need something a little more formal. Or informal. And you got the Japanese headquarters, but again, that's too big. Now if I type head, there's going to be a lot of other stuff that comes up. Let me try the VN mod. Let me see if there's anything else I could get in. So that would be what, the unsun something something, right? Redux stable, yeah. And good stuff in there, but not what I need. Army huts. Open camo nets, fuel dump, pooches, which we have in the other one. Mess hall tucked away wouldn't actually be too bad. Yeah, no, that's fine. No maintenance hanger, motor pool. Nah. Light tower? No. Actually, no. Wait. Yes. It's like the question is going to need to be put somewhere. Something like that. Again, small details, but I still need a headquarters, I think that's a nice side detail. Yeah, I mean, this building as an impromptu, I think, is going to be my best bet for the PAVN barracks, because there's just nothing else I can really utilize. So we're just going to have to do it like that, That should be good. Now, I need... Do you allow me the option to change your PAA file? No. So I need a flag that will let me change the PAA file. We can just use an ace flag. Do I have to do a script? No, there should be some that just allow me to change the PAA file off the bat. At least I thought. Maybe I am mistaken. Yeah, the set flag command, exactly. Alright, well. But those have to be in a PAA file as well, which means I'm gonna have to get one translated. Alright, that's fine. That just means I have to go do some extra work later, but it's okay. Sparky, can I DM you? Can you do a little bit of work for me real quick? So I can keep working on this? If you have a second. Thanks, I just DM'd you the request. Yeah, no, that should be good. Yeah, okay, but now I have to completely make a few changes, which is A-okay. So, let's build a roster. This will be for TSB. Here, real quick, let me grab this. Put those around. Yeah, righto, Vidrich. Thanks for dropping by. Alright, so what do we have here? Officer would probably have an STG-44. We wouldn't have the DPs in just yet. We wouldn't have all of the Soviet surplus yet. Alright, cool. And he's also going to want the hat that these guys have because that other one's part of a mod. So that is the M56. Okay. This is a 3-faction op. Well, no. The first mission won't be. The campaign is a 3-faction. But you don't have to deal with that just yet. So we want that. Okay. STG-44. And this is where it's going to get interesting. Ten bandages, cable tie, 2 things of epi, earplug, 2 things of morphine, 4 tourniquets. Oh, what would we have? I think we decided on RDG 33s for stick grenades. So we'll do 2 of those. This is in the utility belt, Liru. We need to do it in the uniform. Okay. I was wondering, because I'm like, I have a lot more space in here than I normally see. Let's also do e-tools. Just because this can be turned into a very open map. Smoke grenades I usually use as debug. Yeah, because we don't really have any other options there. Alright, yeah, so 2 smokes and a frag. I think that's going to be a good base kit for everyone involved. But yeah, there won't be any auto riflemen. It's probably just going to be like an STG gunner, marksman, AT, rifleman, medic. And we're not going to have any vehicle crewmen, so that won't be a problem. We won't have any pilots yet either, so that's all good. Yeah, okay. So, with all that set, let's go ahead. Okay, cool. And we're going to make these as we need them. So let's go back to you now. So we have that uniform set. Let's set your magazines. And we're also going to need backpacks. So actually, let me clear you out. Let me apply that to everyone first locally. So edit loadout. I need just a simple black pack or something to match the uniform. All right. The one issue I'm going to have, so that means I am not going to give them field telephones, and they're only going to have long-range equipment, and then those as other stuff. Doesn't say U.S. anywhere on it. Yeah, we're good. Okay. Cool. Now let's build individually. Seven and 1. 8. And then let's do 3 other of these. Yeah, these are player kits. Standard binoculars, because I don't want any U.S. markings, so we'll do that for there. And then... yeah, no. They don't have radios yet. They only have LR capability. Unless I want to really cheese this. Which I think I am actually going to. We're going to do... because I'm trying to think. They wouldn't be lacking in radio technology if we had this set a different way. So we're going to do it with RFs. Based off of what I'm trying to build in this campaign. Or I could disable right now. We'll just work with what we got. Okay, so ground command, 2 IC, and then we're gonna need a medic roll. So let's go into the medic. Medic, we're gonna give MP40s. And I guess, no, we also need to change the vests then. So, because we're using the STG max, we're going to do AK pouches here. I can go ahead, transfer this onto both of them. So we're going to have... I need some sort of Chi-Com vest. So that'll work. Does that cut into his ammo count? No, it stays the same. Cool. But we're going to do the same for the medics because I need something that makes it look like he can carry stick mags in it. And then you got, little utility things for, like, grenades or other other little things that aren't going to exist. So he's only going to have his rifle. We're going to have the MP40 mags, which he can carry quite a few in there. I mean, you can carry multiple sticks in there. Don't worry about it. And then let's do his medical first. Let's do 80. And that. Let's do 12 and 12. That, I need a personal aid kit. I can bump these up to 15 and 15 based off of size. Let's do... cable ties, 2 additional mags. How many more? Nope, that's perfect. Okay. So that gives him 11 magazines to work with. Not really much in terms of grenades, but that's fine. Okay. And then we need to change his backpack to be... Okay, so this will actually give him like a bigger pouch there so we can actually just load up some spare mags. All right, cool. No, that should be good. So Epic, again, this is meant to be a what-if scenario of a bunch of World War II Nazi Germans were able to flee to Argentina. And it's going to be a 3-faction campaign between Soviets, U.S. forces, and Germans after World War II. And they were able to retain, a good chunk of their scientists, a good chunk of people that knew how to get things done. So they basically established themselves as a secret organization within Argentina. Soviets are going to discover them first, which is going to be Mission 1 and potentially Mission 2. All while that's going on, U.S. is going to be sending in SOG teams through the CIA to try to figure out what's going on. And then once all of that kind of bubbles over, there's going to be a few things that happen, and then the U.S. will eventually get involved with the main force. Beyond that, I don't want to spoil anything. Very SS-like, exactly. Exactly. But I'm limited to, my gear, so I gotta work with what I got. So he is going to be set as a platoon medic, which means I give him doctor perms. And we set that up. Now, the question is, do I want to do 8 or 10-man squads? Probably 8-man. That's going to be easier for the squad leaders to manage. So let's go ahead and make a squad leader kit, which I think I'm also going to keep the STG-44 on, and then the team leader will get an MP-40. But I'm going to be honest, I mean, we're probably just going to have a copy-paste of this kit onto the squad leader. Team leader... we'll get to him, actually. So what do I want in, if I have 2 groups of 8? Red team is generally my assault team. Blue team is generally my support team. So what do I want to do here out of all the weaponry I see? We're going to have a marksman. So for the sake of making this simple, we're going to do this, and then... change that to a simple CICO. I can do his other... that other chest rig, though. So what was the name of you? SK. Okay, so it was an SKS sling. Because I do like to have a little bit of variation where I can on some of these kits. Yeah, so is that. Either way, there's a little bit of clipping, so we'll go ahead and do that with it. Though there was... yeah, what are you? Because I do like the utility stuff on that one a bit more. What are you called? You're literally the top piece. Okay. That was the wrong arsenal. Assuming Soviet-U.S. relations will hit the gutter, yes. And again, it won't end up as a nuclear thing. In fact, the opposite's probably going to happen, but it'll depend on the player base's actions. But I'm really excited for what could happen in this specific scenario. So I like that because I like the little belt buckles on the side. There's no U.S. markings on it, so it's fair game for me. The one issue I'm going to have with it, though, is just making sure it has enough space. But we're only going to be using a 98. And he gets a little scope on that. But I am going to let him keep the handgun. Tracer ammo, and then... I mean, does he even need a backpack for that much ammo? He can serve as a grenadier. I won't fill it completely. And he's got the RF and everything. We're not going to give him binos. We're going to keep binos for squad leaders and team leaders and stuff. But, yeah, no, that'll work. Do you have binos? You should. Just making sure to double check. All right, cool. So, marksman... I don't have any good machine gun rolls. So I guess something I need to test is... I don't like doing crew-served weapons, though, because they always create a mess. But that's fine. Here, I'm going to go on a tangent here. I'm going to copy everything I have here under the German stuff. I'm going to go to the first AO I'm working on here, and what can I set up? What sort of technology are they going to already have? We're not going to have any AT set, but... we can have some of these set up already. Yeah, just one right there. I'm trying to think, is there anywhere else where I could set something up? Because the terrain's actually not really favoring some of these, you know? I could put one right there too, technically. Just meant to be like light AA positions for the base itself. 40 millimeter near the radar. I mean, yeah, but this is meant to be kind of on its own, out of the way. I mean, for what I want to do for the story. This is also... come on. It's doing that damn thing where it doesn't want to... there we go. Just want it to be up straight, because you don't want to build something leaning. That's just a bad idea. I think those two spots are fine. I don't really have any other position where that would work out. Maybe one more right there, but I think 3 is pushing it. On the corner. No local artillery, though. Yeah. All right, with all that set, excuse me. I think we're just going to have riflemen at that point. So what a rifleman is essentially going to be is this kit. It's just I take the scope away, and there's no handgun. So if I recall, I put handgun mags in you in there. Yeah, so that's going to go away. And then we just take the scope off of that rifle. Yeah, there's no grenade fire adapters, so that's fine. But I want him to say rifleman, so we'll go ahead and set that up. So rifleman, team leader, which is going to be this guy copy-pasted, except I'm going to change his backpack and I'm going to change his weapon to an MP40. He will still get a handgun, though, so we'll drag that up. Change that to that. Nothing says US on it. That's good. Okay. One other thing I want to check real quick is for these 3, because these are going to be the same things. I do want to put tracer ammunition as a capability. They don't have tracer mags, so that's fine. Okay. So team leader is going to have a rifleman, an AT gunner, which is going to pretty much be the rifleman kit, except I add the super bazooka. And I might, yeah, I'll give him a various amount of 18 Willie P here. Let me do it this way first. Let me... Wait, why did I copy a team leader kit? Whoops. There we go. Let me replace him so the order is then rectified. Then we do the Super Bazooka. So basically by saying, I don't know what the Germans could have possibly invented in the time that they moved to Argentina, so that lets me fill in gaps like stating they have Super Bazookas and junk. On top of what they might already, you know, be capable of handling. So we got a Super Bazooka, I need a medic, and then is there any other role to go in the next team? I don't really want to rock the shotgun, not yet. So we're gonna do that in all honesty. Let's set it this way. Another rifleman, connect that team per, and then we have the combat lifesaver with another MP40. So that gives them a good chunk of rifles to work with here. Puts the marksman at the squad level, which I'm debating if we just want to keep that at the platoon level, just to be mean. But I mean, the riflemen will, you know, fill into the MG roles, fill into those static gun roles, all that stuff. We'll do the marksman per squad. And then this guy I need to knock down to a regular medic. All right, then that's pretty much going to be your roster. Yeah, okay. Squad leader at Alpha. Marksman, rifleman, team leader, rifleman AT, rifleman, and then, yeah, combat lifesaver, all that can stay. So, making it simple, attributes, playable. And then you just have to copy and paste all this in. So that's Alpha, you got Bravo. Charlie. Echo. Alright, and there's, so I actually also just thought of another way I can do this campaign, because them fighting dudes with AKs might not be the best idea, but there's something I can do on this side instead, which would make this a lot better. But let's see, it's about 4:52, I have to be in a meeting in 30 minutes. But yeah, no, I'm liking where this is going. So, first AO is going to be in this area. Focusing on this. Yeah. Alright, no, that is all good. Alright. So I think I have another group of kits I need to make under Op4. And then so I need like one more dev session. Hell, I could probably work on it while I'm in my meeting, so that's nice. But anyway, we'll be back in about 3 hours for the POG op. So thank you so much for watching. Go operate operationally. Enjoy the rest of your day or night. Cheers. And hopefully I'll see you soon.